Hello and welcome back to FatherofTwo Plays Sunless Sea. Last time, we made our way south, and we killed our first gilliflower, I am pretty certain. And now, we'll continue on. So we were going to head further south before turning back around, because we have quite a bit of fuel and food. And we want to strike while the iron's hot, as they say. We definitely, you need to explore as much as you can when you get the chance, otherwise you won't. Oh, we don't want anything to do with that. You want to explore as much as you can when you have the opportunity. We're gonna go full power, because you don't always have the fuel for it. What is it doing? Wow. Beware, your engines will occasionally explode. Well, I think they did, and we took a little damage. But, worth it to get away from that thing. Whatever it was just doing is terrifying. Let's send out our Z-Bat, shall we? Distant bells. There are no islands within the Z-Bat's range. Coramadel? I didn't quite read that. Let's try our bat again. We fed the crew. Oh, there's a vortex there. We don't want to hit that. What is this? Oh, it's just a buoy. A buoy floating at Z. What is that? A behemostache? A behemostache. Turn off our light here. It doesn't see us, but it's looking for us. It looks like a giant catfish, and it's terrifying. Still no islands. I think it's worth it to leave our light off for now. Came on deck to find the metal sharp with sparks. Ozonal coronas haunt the ship. This is Dawn's Edge. A sailor raises her head, sniffs sharply. Blood on the wind. Okay. Zelos Town. Well, we may as well visit. There's the port. Oh, it's inside a giant geode. Cool. The Grand Geode. Well, that's pretty neat. Let's see what's at port. Can I not move this? That might be because I transferred my save over from my laptop, which has a much smaller resolution. A distant song like a mirage. A naval base, the Royal Navy's emblems, curiously amended. Efficient, bright-eyed women and men work briskly everywhere you look. They are singing hymns with unfamiliar words. Hard-faced Royal Marines watch you carefully, barring entry to the geode's heart. A plaque by the docks has been defaced with orange paint, but you can still make out the original inscription. Station 5, Adjunct. Let's compile a port report. Does the Admiralty know, or want to know? Take discreet notes. The Marines are watching. You have one port report, okay? Let's ask to speak with someone in authority. What is this place? The Commodore may be able to give you a few minutes. The Commodore shakes your hand warmly. He's a handsome, open-faced fellow in an immaculate Navy uniform. His office is equally handsome. It overlooks the glittering interior crystal cliff. It must be as well lit as any study in the Neath. He deflects questions about the purpose of this installation. Classified, you know. But smiling, offers you tea, biscuits, and mineralogical anecdotes. The biscuits are good, but the anecdotes are rather blend one into the next. You find yourself nodding, and then you jerk suddenly awake. The Commodore is smiling. Your cup is empty. You feel well, very well, a little euphoric. Oh, that's just... You feel well, very well, a little euphoric even. Come back soon, he says softly. Lost terror, that's nice. Got memory of a distant shores. And... 1 memoirs, a sunstroke. You've spoken to the Commodore in Grand Geode, but your memory is a little hazy. Huh. The light, it's pretty. Yearning, burning, so we learned some stuff of the surface, or it was so bright that we had a problem with the light, I guess? Ooh, the Carnelian Exile. What is she? First officer. We have one, don't we? We do. The Sigil-ridden Navigator. Purchase an element of dawn from the Commodore. The Commodore welcomes you, smiling to his immaculate office. Crystals glitter on the walls. Of course, he says. Glad to help. But we'll need to cover the expenses for an element. The light only produces so many, you know. Vital intelligence and 50 supplies. I don't have the vital intelligence, I don't think. Well, we can't get the exile. So, I think we're done here for now. Oh, do they have a shop? No. They have nothing for us. Nothing else for us, that is. Well, I believe we should still head east, because we have a fair amount of fuel and we can buy fuel pretty cheap from... What is that place called? The Iron Republic. It's like half price, or something around that. So, let's head a little further to Z, shall we? I can't wait for the expansion that's coming up. I don't know if you'll need to start a new captain, but I guess I will if I have to. I'd rather not. I've never finished a game with a captain. The last one I had going that I did really well, I had explored almost all of the Z and upgraded ships even. My computer crashed, and I had like 2 computer crashes in a row of the hard drive of my laptop, and that's what made me decide to switch everything over to my desktop and get the graphics card fixed. Or that is to say, buy a new one. The glassy chop of dark water, the iron clatter of feet. At the hatchway. We gained secrets, and there's one of those guys in the fog there. 2 of them, even? Yeah. Port Carnelian. You have entered a fog bank. Our gunners struggle to see what the hell are those. Oh, God. Terrifying. Okay, maybe we'll head back after hitting Port Carnelian here. We still have quite a bit of fuel. Fallen London's sole imperial possession. Treasure it. London's first Unterzee colony sweats under a blanket of southern heat. To the right of the dock, the sapphire mines yawn. To the left, the governor's house stands, prim as an Elderwick mansion. Behind lies the fungal jungle, ghostly in white and violet. Visit Murgatroyd's imperial tea shop. Behind the window, spoons clink on china. Call at Hartcross House, where the governor administers this distant fleck of Her Majesty's empire. Talk to a tiger in the Blue Bazaar. The Carnelian Coast padding natives are eloquent, placid, and acerbic, most of the time. Call at a room above the bookshop. The diplomats of the Khanate were expelled from Port Carnelian following the Galatia incident. Only one remains behind. Not in any official capacity, you understand. Pan for sapphires in the fungal jungle. Somewhere in its heart runs a river of shining stones. Iron. Yeah, we don't want to do that. Well, let's go to the tea shop first. What does it cost us? 20? Home away from home. They import the doilies. Doilies. Got doilies on this, baby. They import the doilies from London, but the tea is local, blue and smoky. The crumpets are warm, the tablecloths white. You could almost imagine you were back in Vale Garden, except for the tiger lounging on a divan. It laps tea from an azure bowl and complains about the recent nostalgic trend in poetry. Oh, we lost some terror? That's good. Let's talk to the tiger. Trouble abroad. The Blue Bazaar is Port Carnelian's great indoor market. Arched, lofty, plush with patterned carpets where the vendors display their wares, most of all awash with gossip. The tiger chats about the banded prince, their supposed monarch, and his place deep in the jungle. You lever the conversation onto the state of his people. He has no complaints, he says, not even about the recent reinstatement of the travel restriction on natives, nor the report of a tiger killed at the jungle's edge. His tail flicks. Okay. Influence affairs at Port Carnelian. We don't have any networks here. Okay. Insinuate an agent into Port Carnelian. A very chancy challenge. 50% chance, pretty much. The place is thick with spies. Who would notice another? Once your target is in place, or your agent is in place, you could tap your network for information or use it to influence affairs here. But we need a diplomatic agent. Okay, let's check for shops. We could buy some supplies or fuel here. Sapphire exchange. Casket of sapphires. A casket of sapphires? Really? Okay. And coffee beans. Well, let's buy one of each, just to make me feel better about leaving here. Okay, what are these things? Are they gonna attack? Are they like enemies? Or are they... Yeah, blue profits. Okay. No. No. We don't want anything to do with those. So let's head north, maybe. And, no, we don't want to head north. We want to head past the blue profits if we can. Those are terrifying, though. Oh, don't get pulled into the vortex. The blue they're kind of cool, too, but they're terrifying. They don't seem to be attacking yet. And we just downed our terror, so I don't think we're in too much danger there. Though it is very hard to get your terror down. Or quite hard, not very hard, maybe. No islands. I feel like... Oops. Wrong button. I feel like there's gotta be one to the south here. I don't know what kind of range our Z-Bat has. A belch of smoke goes up from the funnel. Let's get our light back on. I can't wait to try delving into the Z in a submarine, I guess you would call it. Is that what we would call it? I'm sure we will. Crying Heights is some distance to the southeast. Hey, they changed that up a bit, actually. I'm noticing now. That's really cool. Let's check our map. I thought we just... I thought we just got that added to our map. We can turn our light off a bit here. Save the fuel. We know we can buy more fuel and supplies at that last location we were in, so we don't have to worry too much there. Oh, looks like we have nowhere to go there. Nothing doing, we just gotta turn around. It'd be cool if you could just disembark in places like this and have some type of a strategy game or exploration, like, oh, what's that? Played a indie game a little bit a while ago that was early access. And I think it had Nikola Tesla in it, as well as other explorers, and you explored around the tiles looking for encounters that are random, so it's like a roguelike. Famous Explorers? I just can't remember the title. Anyway, it's really neat. There's those harpy looking things again. Is this bad for us? Is it gonna hurt us? The glassy chop of dark water. The iron... Oh, a whole bunch of stuff just happened. The iron clatter of feet at the hatchway. Adam's Way is some distance to the east. A carmine tint to the waves. We're approaching Adam's Way, where flows the mountain's blood. You have gained a secret. Discovered Apis meat. Okay, and this is not a pirate ship. Oh, cool. That's a locust or something? A scarab beetle? Apis meat. Let us make port. On a bed of monumental ruins, warehouses and way stations of shroom timber rise. All the ships that approach Adam's Way are intercepted by the gracious, the Presbyterat's splendidly head-dressed coast guards. Oh, they're called the Gracious. That's why that threw me off so much. A quaint but enviable tradition governs entry. You must tell them one of 3 stories. In return, you will be permitted to spend a single day in the port. Okay, recent news, or an unread log, or a port report from Mount Palmerston. And what's the last thing? Why are foreigners only allowed to spend a single day in Adam's Way? Okay, let's give them some news. A new day. Is their interest strategic, or do they just enjoy hearing about London's miseries? Regardless, they permit you to dock. The day has just begun. In the town square, a yellow-robed priestess plants a seed in a bed of black soil. No sooner has she patted down the soil that a tiny shoot pokes forth. By mid-morning it will be a sapling, by lunchtime a budding tree, by the evening's end it will wither and fall. You must be back on your ship before then. Huh, the tree of a single day is a hopeful sapling, green and budding. Okay. Adam's Way. To the south, the Elder Continent, and the 72 cornucopian kingdoms of the Presbyterate. Are the stories true? Rivers of honey, castles of ivory? Who could say? Foreigners, that's you, are forbidden from the interior. The closest most get is Adam's Way, a shouting, feasting, thieving riot of a port. The options available may change as the day progresses. Visit an exhibition of Presbyterate curiosities. Assist at an animescence hospital. Listen to a storyteller. An avuncular broker has a commission. Sit by the tree of a single day and let the hours pass. And the Presbyterate adventuress. I'm inclined to do that bottom one. Listen to the storyteller. Oh, let's go with the bottom one for now. The tall woman in a salt-caked Royal Navy uniform is methodically shooting giant land snails off a chunk of fallen statue. She lines up another shot as we approach. The Presbyterate adventuress. Oh, we already read that. Engage an officer. The Presbyterate adventuress. Afternoon, Captain. Looking for a gunnery officer? I'd like to help you blow up monsters if you'll have me. The adventuress is a gunnery officer who increases irons and veils. I think we have that free. Yeah. Yes. Welcome aboard. Oh, hello, Captain. Is this one of yours? I had to knock her about a bit. She didn't like taking orders from a foreigner. Still, we're good friends now. The adventuress claps the black-eyed sailor on the back. Oddly enough, they do seem to be friends now. Appoint your new officer by dragging her to the officer's tab. Yeah, otherwise we get a penalty. Okay. Cool. Another officer. We almost have a full complement. We just need a chef. And I think we can get one from Venderbite. Should we look at the curiosities? Or should we assist at the hospital? Let's Let's go with the top one. For the insignificant price of a single echo, the sober showman will lay the wonders of the elder continent directly at your feet. Yes. A pleasant distraction. You head towards the bright tents. The sober showman's exhibition. The signs advertising his entertainment bristle with exclamation marks. In person, he is more circumspect. Grant your crew shore leave. Visit the grotesquerie. Attend the cabinet of curiosities. Or leave the exhibition. What's shore leave cost? Yeah, okay, let's do that. Maybe not so improving after all. Some see the sights, some experiment with the hot, honeyed wine of the elder continent. Still others pay furtive visits to a shadowed tent, whose sign promises the perfumed, pantherine dances of the exotic south, performed to authentic and rousing music twice hourly. Whoa, 10 terror lost. So, the tree of a single day is tall and strong, its branches stretch over the rooftops. Okay, it's going to start declining then. Let's visit the grotesquerie or the cabinet of curiosities. Let's do this one. A sign stands before the crimson tent. Today, behold a monstrous aboriginal of the elder continent, a cyclops, last of a dead tribe. Inside, it barely fits in the cage, but a skeptical eye would notice that the cage is too small for its occupant to create an impression of barely constrained hugeness. If the creature could stand, it would be what? 8 feet tall? 10? Exceptional, not monstrous. Its skin is grimy, its hair lank. Above its nose is a swirl of scarred tissue, a single eye seared closed. Was this the very Gigante blinded by Odysseus? The showman wonders. We cannot say, of course. A tale of terror. Some fragments. Memories of a distant shore. We have a few of those now. And we gained 1 terror. That's not so bad. Attend the cabinet of curiosities. A sign outside the tent reads, Explore the natural and unnatural wonders of the elder continent. A shining jewel catches your eye. A shard of the mountain itself, claims the stenciled sign. How it blazes! The light is yellow as butter, but cold. Oh, that's not in quotations. You shield your eyes, examining the stone through the gauze of your sleeve. It is a fake. Only glass, set beneath an arrangement of lights and lenses. You complain to the sober showman. He is apologetic, refunding your echo and giving you a mysterious artifact that was excavated by an explorer of his acquaintance. Are those ancient fingerprints pressed into its glassy surface? Ambiguous alouf. A thinking creature made this, or the sea made this, or both. Okay. Well then, we'll leave the exhibition, and, attend a funeral feast, listen to the storyteller. Let's attend the funeral feast. A public square, gathering of the bereaved, uncannily cheerful, a table shining with cutlery, white china plates, tall glasses. Okay, you move closer for a better look. Attend a funeral feast. The replete occupy lofty positions in the presbytery's military. Despite their sanguinary past, they dine with the prestor and send their children to be educated at London University. However, they maintain their tradition of eating their dead. The feasts are held in public. Here in Broad Square stretches a splendid table. The departed was only a distant relative, some great aunt or second cousin, and the atmosphere is jolly. Servants carry the deceased over in steaming joints. Cooked to perfect pinkness, a stately mourner stands already wobbly from wine. Shall I carve? I think we'll probably observe. Steal scraps from the table? No. We're going to gawk. The locals hurry by, unwilling to watch. It's the foreigners who linger and gawk. Feasting. A plumy anthropologist cranes her neck for a better view. This isn't normal here, you know, she tells you, noticing your interest. The other nations of the Presbyteriat think they're crackers. Still, I bet the Prester finds them useful. The threat of imminent cannibalism must facilitate no end of diplomatic negotiations. A salt cellar passes along the table. Napkins dab at mouth corners. The anthropologist is warming to her subject. I hear the practice began with one of their forebears who sailed into the far north. I may have to take a trip that way, see what it's like for myself. One terror, a tale of terror, memory of a distant shores. That's all for now. It's time to return to our ship. His client has a task of modest but scriptural significance. He is conducting interviews. We can't do that because I'm not sure why. Because I guess it's too late in the day. Return to your ship. Back to Z. The gracious comb the streets, ushering visitors politely back to the dock. Okay. Why are foreigners only allowed to spend a single day in Adam's Way? For your own protection, one of them explains kindly. Unsafe. The soil of the elder continent is dangerous to incomers, they claim. Those who linger can attract unfortunate conditions, hysteria, rapture, animescence. And the rumors that Presbyteriat law offers no protection to foreigners after dark. Errant nonsense. Okay. I guess we'll leave port. That was eventful. I may not have set a timer before I started this, so I will probably end the episode at the next port. But we're going to go a little further east because we still have over half of our fuel reserves of when we left. I guess maybe we had 20-something, but we still have quite a bit of fuel. Enough to make it back. Oh, there's the timer anyway. So I was wrong. Enough to make it back to the Iron Republic and get the cheap fuel. Point Livingston. Let's send our Z-Bat out. We've made quite a dent in the Z this time. No islands within range. Okay. That's fair enough. If we continue along the coast, we should find something. And the closer we stay, the less terror we accrue. Something awaits us at shore. Or in port. No islands, really. That's surprising. That's cool that they updated it and now that's in there. A buttery bloom of light on the southern horizon. You approach Varchus, the mirrored city. Okay. I thought we didn't have anything nearby, but it appears we do. Oh yeah. Click to mark on your map. There it is. Not very far away at all. I like this song a lot. It comes up periodically. What is that? Oh, it's just Sandstorm. Clicking this will add an icon to your chart. Oh, that's over here. Okay, that was just glitching out and staying up. Well, until next time, if you enjoyed it, please leave me a like, subscribe if you want to see more, and leave me a comment. Let me know what you thought. This is FatherofTwo, signing off.